always been an innovator on guitar. I never wanted to copy other guitarists, although I've learned a lot from other players, but I invented the double guitar, the over-under technique. Even my guitar lessons are used in schools and universities all over the world. I tried to do new things. I've used many different amplifiers over the years, but I really love DV Mark because they are different. They're the first company to use light amps, and their amp sounds are absolutely fantastic. I have played thousands of shows around the planet, from concerts to clinics. One of the things that I love about DV Mark is they were the first to realize that the technology of a big amp sound can be put in a small box. This amp sounds fantastic, and I can fit it not in a suitcase, but in a carry-on. So it fits in a small piece of luggage, and I can play from the biggest arenas on the planet to an intimate clinic, and all of the above. They really make great products. One thing that I've learned is when you record rhythms, especially in metal, you want this scoop sound. You want to take mids out. And so what does that mean? That when I record lead guitar, I can add mids in. So you've got a rhythm sound here, a lead sound like this, that they don't compete against each other. And one thing I've found about DV Mark that is better than virtually any amp, and especially any amp modeling, is their mid-range. Any amp company can get a lot of bass and a lot of high end. It's the mid-range that separates the metal from the boys. This gets great scooped mids if I don't want any, but also I just turn the mid-range up and it gets a great mid-range sound that I like to use on leads. It's a great amplifier. My career involves two things. I tour all over the planet. I average 250 days a year on the road. That's over 100 to 130 shows a year, factoring travel time, everything else. Once I'm off the road, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I record. So I try to release a major album every year. I have 13 solo albums. I'm releasing my 14th next year. One of the things that I love about DV Mark that I can marry the two now. Before, when I played live, different microphones, different speaker cabinets. Now we can plug an XLR, or we can just get a great sound using a mic. But the thing that I love about the amps, and this is one thing that I think metal guitar players should definitely enjoy about DV Mark, is that they have a lot of features, but it's easy to operate. I don't want to see 50 things. I don't want to see rows of knobs. I want to see bass, treble, mid-range. That's what DV Mark has. It's very easy to use, and the sounds are great. What I love about DV Mark is that I have used other amplifiers that have effects built in and different amp models, and I found that when you're sitting in your bedroom with playing to a track on your computer and uploading it to YouTube, it sounds amazing. But when you play with a real drummer, with a real bass player, and you're using a lot of these different types of amps, they don't push air. You can turn them up all the way and they're not loud enough because the sound that they generate is not like a real amplifier. And that's where DV Mark is set apart from every other company like itself.